in Florida.
Oh, nice. On
Yeah.
a boat, like on a large body of water,
It,
or like a
it's
creek,
actually
like we got down
so.
here.
Yep. It's
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 on a
in
bayou,
Destin.
bro.
It's in Destin. It's in the bay, and it's a 125-foot boat. It's like Mississippi Queen. It's like a dinner cruise
Oh,
kind of thing.
is it like a paddle thing?
And no, it's not that fancy.
Oh,
This
it's
is this
not
is
that fancy.
Florida. This is
Oh,
Florida, not
that's
South
true.
Louisiana. So
Oh, it's not fancy like South Louisiana
mhm.
fancy. It's fancy Florida fancy.
So we got the whole boat, 3 stories, and we're gonna party in 4 hour cruise around the bay and get married on the top deck.
Oh
Bruh,
man,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I ain't never
When
getting
is that?
married.
When is that take? When is that happening?
June 2nd. If y'all could
June
sneak on the boat, I won't say anything.
Honestly, I'm like
Dude, we
in
just
my
wear
mind
Savard
right now.
t-shirts. We're in.
I'm
Okay.
for real. I'm like, it's going through my head right now. How can
Yeah,
I
it'd be a
sneak
good
on
time. Open bar too. No ID.
Oh
No
god, don't
nothing.
tell
So
Fade that.
so you won't even get busted if y'all sneak in.
Fade is in
Oh
trouble.
my- How do you invite Taylor Fade to an open bar?
Yeah,
That's,
don't
that's like,
tell him bring your own beer. That's what it is. He ain't
And
gonna show
now
up.
I'll still go and make an ass of myself.
Yeah.
that's fine. If you make too much of an ass, I'm just gonna say I don't know you. I'll
Yeah,
walk away.
right.
I know the drill.
That's how we do it.
We live.
Hey, are we live?
We live. We might be
Fantastic.
live. I don't know what episode this is, so I'm just gonna say it's like 31.
It's like 432.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude. It's a lot.
something like
And
that.
and we got I'm Skippo one here, by the way.
Hey, I'm Taylor Fade.
That's Taylor Fade, and the man in the middle, it's Junior. What is it?
That's
The
it. Will Savard.
Will Savard.
Savard
Speakers.
Junior.
He cleans up around the shop. They said so. They let him come on and
That's right.
talk about the
That's it.
brooms.
I say I show up every once in a while, make it look like I'm doing something, and then peace out for the day.
Yeah.
Bruh. Dude, if you can master that skill, honestly, you can like run the world. Like
You just got to know
literally.
where the cameras are. So you show up in the
Right.
morning, you make sure you pass in front of them at the end of the day, so they just assume you're there all day.
And just walk real fast past them.
That's
Yeah.
it. Make it. I
Throughout
just
the
got to
day.
look like I'm busy.
Right. Oh my God, so true. But
That's
for
it.
real, tell the people who you actually are, man. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Will Savard. Bill Savard was the one who started Savard Speakers back in the day. I started working with the speakers again about 4 or 5 years ago. Obviously, I grew up around it, and here we are today. So
When
I
did
can.
when did it start? Like when was Savard because Savard was a big effing deal back in the day. I mean, for me anyway. I don't know if it was like I used to just assume that it was like worldwide, like Kicker and Fosgate, you know what I mean? But maybe it was just a local thing. But like when did Savard start doing their thing?
So actually, it's kind of one of those things where you fall into it, where you did a little bit here and there. So Bill, whenever he was in college, he went to LSU, and he was building speakers. It kind of just started out with playing with it. He would just get a box. Then the speakers blew, changed it out. Then he started realizing that you could put your hand over the port, all the basic cool stuff that you just play with. You put the hand over the port, the sound changes, things like that. Then he started building the enclosures and buying Eminence speakers or just whatever cheap speakers he could. Then he started focusing on efficiency. And back in the day, it was all about big speakers and making the most noise. So he would build speakers in front of his apartment, and then he just started selling them, and people kept coming back, and he realized that he could start making some money with this. He said that whenever he first started selling it enough to where he started having to file taxes for his income from the speakers, that's whenever it started to kind of be the idea of what it became. And that's around the 1960s. So late 60s,
shit.
early 70s.
I thought you were saying like
Wow.
early
I know
90s.
88, something like that.
Mhm.
Good Lord.
Nope. So, and back then, whenever he was getting started, it was Stillwater, Kicker, all Kicker, JL, all these companies had just started out. So they were going through the process of building their woofers, having problems with them, recalling them, things like that, going through all the standard startup stuff. And that's so he was going up and with them.
That's crazy.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. Holy crap.
1960. How could you get
Yeah,
like,
I'm not talking about the 1960s when I had
So
some
you
hard
don't
rap.
see too much of Bill these days because he's about 70 now, and He's basically living the semi-retired life. As any old man, he's there for consulting. He'll tell
Yeah,
you what you need to do,
that's right.
but
And what you're doing
he's just
wrong, I assume.
that's it. That's it. Hindsight. He's an expert hindsight.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
tell me where to put the hand in front of the port. That's all I need to know,
Yeah.
sir.
I do still see like some of the old school like philosophy though in the new. I don't know if you want a resurgence or something. You know, like I said in the post, like don't call it a comeback because y'all been around for apparently 70 years.
So I mean, even before we actually started manufacturing product again, growing up, I would just take people's old stuff, fix them, and get them back out. And I would sling that kind of work for cash on the side. And I did a couple odd and end things, and then as people started coming back, I started noticing what products I was replacing more of, and then just we started ordering those products again, private labeled with our stuff on it, basically adjusted to our custom parameters, and that's kind of how it started. But that's where we are.
So do y'all do like all the do you do more design in house? Is everything off the shelf, or how does that work?
Well, that's kind of an evolution story. So, but to get back to what you mentioned last time, yes, we call our approach or our motto is old school, our old school mentality, new school technology. So we're a believer in high efficiency, transient response, sound quality, and then we use the new glues, the new adhesives. The A lot of the new items typically allow for more mechanical limitations. But so when we first started, whenever you first start something, you kind of have a tendency to over perfect it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you spend a lot of time making somewhat slow progress as you figure out all the bugs. Whenever we first started, we had all this technical equipment. We were designing magnets. We had graphs that were showing us the magnetic field, how it reacted whenever you would move the voice coil slightly to the left or to the right, the gaps between the voice coil and the magnet, what that would affect with heat limitations, what it would affect to with efficiency, things like that. Getting very, very involved in custom tooling all of this equipment. Next thing you know, we're where we started whenever we first started about 3 or 4 years ago with the reintroduction of our products. Is the product cost was very high. We spent a lot in tooling. Everything was custom, basically except for the basket. And we were spending a lot of time making low quantity. So that to answer your question, kind of, what do we do in house? Do we do what science do we have behind it? There's a lot of science behind it, and there's a lot of mainly trial and error. And that's probably the most important thing is the failures that lead to the success. So over the years, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Luke Salvato. He's the one that's working with me on a lot of this. Over the years, as we've fine tuned our approach, we've evolved away from all the custom tooling as much as we can. So now our approach is more of we use as many stock parts as possible, and then we custom tool or we custom order the soft parts. And so we try to spend as little in the woofer as we can to make it as custom and reflect uh, our model of efficiency as much as possible without having to increase the cost to the buyer. So we're trying to provide something that's cost effective but yet durable, and that's different from what's out there.
So y'all are still handpicking each part and then making into one sub. Is that what you're saying, or?
So what happened is we had all of our custom parts. Some of the custom parts we still use. We're just getting them made in mass quantity more.
Okay.
But basically, we've built the foundation. So we have the motors that work, things like that, and so we know a lot of the off the shelf parts, and basically there's really not much to figuring things out anymore. It's kind of just reacting to what the public's telling us whenever we send something out. Is it overheating too quick? Is it working in a small enough enclosure, large enough enclosure? So anytime that we need to make a change, we sample as many parts as we can, make the changes, go back and forth with the build facilities, and that's whenever we pick something and go with it and do a mass production run.
Mm-hmm.
So through all of your custom tooling and all the proprietary designs, you learned enough to know which parts will work and which parts won't.
That's it. And then when it doesn't work, we just swap it out for another. And if it requires customization, that's what we do.
So one of the things I was talking about earlier when I said that I saw a lot of old school mentality in the it's still lingering. I feel like we talk about this on like every single episode, but I'm just gonna have to bring it up again, and that's Hoffman's iron law. So basically, with subwoofer design, you can have low end extension, small box, or sensitivity / efficiency. But you can only have two of those three things. So in the back in the day, right, everything was a big box, low end or
Extension.
sensitive. Right. So you had low end extension and sensitivity, but that meant you had to have a big box. So that's kind of right. Space makes space. That's exactly right. I say that all the time.
No,
so I still see that. I do most certainly.
You've never said that before in your life.
Are you shitting me? Go back and search my name anywhere. Anyway, it might be in my signature on the forum somewhere. It's assonance. So anyway, my point is your subs are kind of big box woofers, right? So they need a little bit bigger box than some of today's. So they're more sensitive. They still have the low end extension. They just need a little bit more room.
Yeah. So I mean, as anybody knows, there's no perfect woofer that fits all environments and all preferences mainly. But so that's why we have the different series. So the wrap series is typically has a little bit less mechanical, a little bit lower mechanical limitation, but it's a higher efficiency woofer designed for a larger enclosure. The High Q series has the heavier moving mass, a little bit lower transient response, but designed for the smaller enclosure. What we've been getting into lately is not just trying to make a 12-inch woofer fit into the smallest box possible. We're expanding more into the smaller diameter cones, such as the 8 and the 6.5s, to get that small box, but to maintain some of that transient response. Because I mean, honestly, old school mentality, I'm all about the 10s and 12s and 15s, big box, because I'll make the space. I'll take out my back seat if I have to.
Right.
But nowadays, a lot of people aren't willing to do that. Some people are, but a lot of people who use their truck for living don't have the luxury to do that. Whenever it comes to the kids and work sometimes. So we have a lot of demand right now for the 6.5 and the 8-inch woofers to fit underneath that seat. That work well in half a cubic foot, but that dig down low, but still have enough transient response for rock and country.
So transient response, you mentioned it several times now. Basically what that refers to is, I know like this is sort of a running joke these days that like 8s and 10s play fast bass and 18s play slow bass.
The low lows.
Right. So basically a good transient response means that a large sub can play all that, it's fast because the motor's strong enough and
yeah. So basically to simplify it, the transient response is the ability for the cone to go from rest to moving and then back to rest. How fast can that happen? Like, is it sprinting or is it moving sluggishly like a heavy subwoofer?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that is mechanical, a lot of it is electrical, and so it's like we said, it's a trade-off. It's a game of trade-offs. So if you want a big box, a small box, it just depends, because a lot of basically your enclosure is manipulating Q. So if you have a sloppy woofer that's not super fast with great transient response, you can alter it with a really small box, but it'll sound like shit. Or it won't have the response that you want, whatever. Anyway.
And then again, if you use a smaller woofer, you are getting that lower bass with the transient response, but you're losing efficiency because of the less cone area. So, I mean, no matter what way you look at it, there's trade-offs. And that's why we get the question very often, should I get, what sounds better, 10s or 12s? And you're like, I don't know. What brand are you? Then we start getting into what brand. We look up the parameters. We start helping them make an informed decision, typically overworking the situation to what most people require. But no, people say, should I get 2 10s instead of 112? There's a bunch of variables that come into play, and It's based on preference, and being able to communicate that preference is probably the hardest thing for us. Is one person says I want it to have quick bass, or one person says I want it to hit hard, and someone says I want it to play low. So we have to interpret what does that mean based on what their environment or whoever they hang out with. We just got that's what we figure out, and I think that's really what makes us different in customer service is our ability to talk.
That's why I couldn't be in business, because I would troll those people endlessly.
Honestly, just when you get those questions, just direct them directly to Skip's inbox.
It would just be
to Skip.
I'd make them quit audio immediately.
Well, Skip, just monitor our page and you take care of the trollers.
Okay,
for
thank you.
No, for real, I'm gonna do that from now on.
We'll throw you a 6.5 or something.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have copy paste responses for all of those questions. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Quick base.
Get the F out of here. Dude, that's still a thing, because if you read,
it is.
Honestly, if you read like anywhere other than like our very small circle on Facebook or social media or whatever, like Amazon or some other review site or anywhere, like those words, people, that's how people think. You know, we always think that we're all widespread and stuff, but we're the 1%ers. There's no people aren't talking about these things in their daily lives.
No. They just want, like you said, they just want quick bass, loud bass, deep bass. They just
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, one of the harder ones is they want it to sound good on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, Messick is giving you shit about your AirPods.
I'm not doing that.
No, he's
That's when you got money, Jesse. Chill out. All right, that's when you got money.
This is something about Mary.
Look what Fade's got.
Dude, for real, these are the worst. But I just keep them up here in my little closet.
I think your fiance is hitting up the comments. She's like, the guy in the middle looks good.
Nice. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to. Oh, look, the one girl we've ever had in the comments.
The guys are getting thirsty.
Yeah, for real. Oh, that's not coincidental at all.
Yeah.
You should tell her to call in. Let's talk about it.
That's my fan mail.
Yeah. That's your support system.
That's it. But one of the things that we also deal with a lot too is amplifiers. Man, we have a lot of people that hit us up about wanting the best sound system, and then they'll talk to us about getting some nice woofers, but then the Amazon deals, 2,000 watts for $80. That's always a struggle that we deal with, trying to explain that to people. You're not going to get by with that kind of power, because for us, and we truly believe a lot of times that you can. That's very distracting.
Sorry, it was out of focus.
Yeah, so
go continue on.
Yeah.
Don't mind us.
This is just how we do. Sorry.
Yeah, so for us trying to explain that's a tough thing to get past too, and I know we always recommend people to watch Big D because they'll help him understand what real life is about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to test amps back, once upon a time.
Used to do what? Oh yeah.
Remember that?
That was in another life.
Those were good times.
Why did it turn blue now?
I see that so often, and it drives me absolutely bananas. People will spend $1,000 on a woofer, and then they have I got $100 left for my amp. What? Because personally, for me, it's exactly the opposite. I would rather have $1,000 amp and $100 woofer than the other way around. I don't understand that.
And that's what they say. They're like, how much power can I put on it? And we're like, well, that depends, because for us, there's almost no limit if you keep the power clean. So you could put 500 watts on one of our tins, and you could have some issues if you're pushing dirty power. But you could put a 2,000 watt RMS amplifier, push it hard all day, and not have any issues.
Oh, Mr. 6.5 in the chat.
Yeah, he said he's tested one of your 8s.
Yeah, he's had one.
He's had a Savard 8 test, and he said it did great. I don't believe anything he says, but
I really don't either.
So
I believe that statement.
Yeah,
everything.
I'll take that.
Everything is for sale with Ronnie.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. I don't know how much you paid him to say that, but
seriously,
I don't discuss my business negotiations.
Hey, well worth it.
But you have speaking of Ronnie, you have a 6.5 coming, right? 6.5 sub.
That's correct.
That you didn't previously.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, I almost called you Hank because I was reading the comments. Pull up the picture of the Haiku
That's hot.
IQ, yeah,
And it
is
doesn't
sexy.
have direct leads. I love it. Direct leads are my my arch enemy.
I used to like them, but no longer.
No, never.
No, forget about it. Let's see it. What are you doing? Pull it up.
It is. There's a delay, fool. Just keep talking.
Oh.
It's up there right now. It's up there right now, but y'all can't see it because there's a delay.
It cannot be that long.
That's what she said.
I saw it today. I saw it earlier when I was trolling your pictures.
Here. I got it up.
You're such a liar. I hate
promise. You. Wait, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know.
I
hate
I
you.
got it.
I hate you. We're trying to show this man's.
I know.
This man's moofers, dog.
This is just. B
Everybody's
team.
talking shit in the comments like you're like an SQ guy, which I 100% appreciate if you are, and that I know that you are. But you guys are not like some uppity SQ brand, right? Like y'all have an excursion with like 482 subs in it or something, don't you?
That's it. 48 tens.
48 tens. Where you at, Hank? Shout out to Hank. Hank used to have a.
That's the only way Hank got loud.
I know. That's the only reason that people know Hank.
Wait, y'all have a demo truck that?
Yes.
48.
Yes.
What?
Keep going through those pictures. I'm telling you.
Where's it been at? Why is it not at any shows I've ever been at? What's going on?
Saying. Like, people should know. Like, everyone on social media should know this truck, and people like be freaking out. 48 tens.
Where's it at? Is it in Louisiana?
Badass doors.
It's in Baton Rouge. Yep.
We have to pass by and like do a full video on it or something, you know? I've never seen it.
I will take this thing everywhere.
Is there pictures of it?
Yeah, we got a couple pictures somewhere.
Oh my god!
Let me find it on the.
It's gonna be. I think Taylor said he had some photos of it, huh?
Yeah. Well, on your Facebook, you know. You have,
I'm on your Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like the green picture in the is the box. It's sort of
yeah, it has
it's like a higher order loading type deal. I like it.
Yeah, so we touched a lot of things. So the y'all mentioned sound quality. We believe in sound quality big time. So that's where that balance comes in. We try to get as much low end out of a Woofer small enclosure as we can without sacrificing much sound quality.
Dude, what are you looking at?
Like, I'm looking for the picture of the.
I didn't see any of these pictures. Are you on Savard speakers?
Yeah, their Facebook.
Yeah, you're going pretty far back there.
Yeah, that's too far, I think.
I didn't see anything that looked like 4810, 6.5, or whatever you said.
So what the crap are you talking, Jerry? No, that's
you're just going older.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah,
Where?
You're not.
Luke said y'all
before
are on the album.
Up, go up.
This thing?
Up.
That's it. It's the end. What is this sub?
No, upwards.
That's it.
It's before that Jeep, I think.
Oh, upwards. My bad.
Yeah, upwards.
All right, keep talking. This is weird.
No, we're looking for this retarded excursion. This thing is bananas,
dude.
It doesn't
exist.
It is amazing. What do you got? Sound digital in there?
What's up with this
amps?
one?
Will?
Yeah. I mean, sound digital amps. So we have 1, 2, 3, I think 8 amps total, pushing about 40,000 watts throughout the whole system.
What do you have in the doors?
In the doors, we have 3 of our Pro Savard 10s. We have 3 Wrap 6.5s and 3 tweeters. And then in the ceiling, we got to find these photos. Let's see. And then in the ceiling,
Seriously?
we have 4 6.5s with 4 tweeters.
Dude, I was looking at them today, and I was like, I cannot believe people are not more familiar with this build, because it is bananas.
So we're going to be getting on the road soon with it. We have big shipments coming in with our 8-inch woofers.
Bang bang!
I found it.
He finally figured out how to internet. Look, there it is right there.
No, look at that sub. What's that sub?
Tell me about this box, dude, or this enclosure. I'm sorry. Can you see it?
I'm not even sure which one y'all are looking at.
The green one. The green. We're looking at the live feed, by the way.
How do you see
I'm looking at the live feed.
There we go. Look, there you go.
I'm looking at the live feed.
Whenever you look down the port of the Woofer, that's what you see right there.
This?
I mean, the port of the port of the Excursion.
Jeez.
Dude,
now who designed this and everything? What What?
So we started out with the basic design. So that's something that we had a handful of people involved in, but Luke and myself were working with Keith Payne out of Mobile, Alabama, and he's
Oh,
the one who built everything. That
We
guy,
love Keith Payne.
yeah, he builds one of the strongest boxes I've seen, and so
oh,
he built that
Brazilian.
box.
There's Brazilian in it,
I
dude.
told you would like this thing, dude. I told
Oh.
you.
hmm
Let's
I
go.
told you. Steven, I
So
say bananas because I can't cuss too much on this show, so I my vocabulary is very limited.
you gotta appeal to a broad audience.
Exactly.
That's it. But no, so there's 48 tins in there. There's a divider wall down the middle
Oh my
just
god.
for phasing.
I
That's
want
the
it.
doors. You see all the sound digital lamps on the side.
I want it.
You're stupid. That's
So
sick, dude.
yeah, we got a bunch of big shipments coming in, and then we're going to be starting to hit a lot of shows.
Oh, this is scraping the
restaurant.
coast. Y'all was at
Yeah.
scraping the
Mhm.
coast? Oh,
Yeah, he
Yep,
was there last.
yep.
Was that
Damn.
last year? No, I missed last year. It was
No,
a couple
yeah,
years ago we
yeah,
talked.
no, that was last year, I think.
No, it wasn't last year. I wasn't there last year.
Oh, here it is.
It is bananas, Steven. That thing is
Yeah,
bananas.
this is
That's
sick.
like, it's gonna be our new tagline.
Yeah.
Hashtag bananas.
So
Oh my
yeah,
god, I love this truck, dude. I
so on the
love
back,
this
across
truck.
the top, you have 4 Pro 12s, 4 mid-range, and in the bottom, that's actually a bandpass box, and that's there's 8 12s isobaric, old school style,
What?
and then
Wait, what?
For mids?
no, in the
Okay.
bandpass box at the bottom on
Oh,
the
okay.
back
Yeah,
What
but
are you
okay.
talking about? Oh, you mean for the
tailgate for the
like the
tailgater part.
PA style shit out the back
Yep.
to annoy people with? What the crap? You got 48 tens for the front for the passengers, and
Yeah,
you
there's
have
100 speakers total.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. Holy crap.
I love how
How-
simple the door panels are.
I know it's sexy though.
Like I just want that. It's so simple looking. I love
I
it.
gotta, I gotta ask you. I hate to
Let the man answer
boil
the
it down,
questions.
but what kind of have you ever metered this thing?
No, we haven't metered it mainly because every time we go to a show, we push it hard. It's mainly demo, so it gets loud down to like 15 hertz. You know,
All
it
right.
just it gets loud and it shakes the whole car.
The bass miner will be there tomorrow, so get the
No,
batteries
he's not.
charged,
He's
and
not
this
gonna
this
do
is
that.
happening.
I keep it charged.
This is happening, dude.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know, I'm like I don't know 20 minutes from these guys, but
Mhm.
you know, no favoritism that they're local. It's just the fact that Savard has been around a very, very long time. Have y'all do a lot? Do y'all do a lot of pro audio and or HT, or is it all car audio? What do you?
No. We do a lot of pro audio. So for our pro audio, we do a lot of home audio with our pro, kind of like clip style. We do large woofers, transient response, and horns. We dial everything back, shelving networks, things like that. We build all of our crossovers in house. Big heavy duty components that we use. And almost every build that we do is custom to the buyer. That we basically do higher end home audio builds, and then we do a lot of the car audio, and because that's the ease of market entry, and it's just that that's what builds a lot of hype. So
So you're building cabinets there at
correct. Yep. That's
You're
why I
building
said
cabinets. You're building crossovers. You're doing all that stuff there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I said earlier, it depends. I mean, our shop is together one day, the next day it's falling apart because we got builds going on, and it's a lot of different multitasking going on. So we stay busy. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I love pro audio.
Dude, for real,
I love it
I
in
need
cars.
to go at it.
I don't care.
We have
And-
got to take a trip.
How have you not
Yeah,
been
and
there,
that's-
Fid?
I know,
Hey.
right?
And that's what we get about the Excursion all the time. The wrap tins, they have a light moving mass, high transient response, 3-inch voice coil. They hit very hard. So whenever you hit that, when you feel that bass, you hear the initial thump, and it's followed by a very deep rumble. So you get that snappy or quick bass, whatever you want to call it, and then you have that low end because of the airspace. The sealed side on each side, I think, is about 15 or 20 cubes, sealed with a shared center of about 40 something cubic feet. So with a build that big, it's kind of hard to tune it. You just kind of, with that kind of size, you basically make the port, and that's what Keith did. He made the port, he resized it, put it on a meter, and just watched the SPL change and what frequency range as he adjusted the size of the port.
Dude, Keith Payne is a beast.
Yeah,
We
he's
need
a
to have him on
monster.
the show. For
He's a
real.
Actually, I
He-
talked to him last night. I don't know if y'all have seen his recent stuff, but man, he does some beautiful work. And that's going to be the next step. Well, for the Excursion, we're doing a lot of cosmetics to it. We're putting a lift on it, getting some decals, things like that, and then we're going to be on the road hard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my God! I just noticed Baton Rouge, Louisiana is on the back of your motor. That is amazing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
These guys are homers, bro.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna pay a visit over there. But I'm gonna hit up Amazon a little bit.
No, for real. Yeah. Hey, where can people buy your stuff? I know you're probably gonna have to like abandon us any second now. So tell people where they can find out more, look at your
what y'all got
stuff,
coming
buy
up
it.
too.
Anything new coming?
I got a couple more questions, but I mean, if you got time,
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, like, what happened?
Let's go.
Yeah. Sorry. Like, what happened? What happened from the induction in the '60s to the '80s or whatever? What happened from the down? Like, what I don't know if you want to call it a downfall, but till y'all resurgence in a couple years ago. Like, what happened with that?
All right.
If you can talk about it.
I'm gonna summarize as the best I can.
Yes.
So basically,
That was a good
Bill,
question.
my dad, he built up what he did. He built the following with the high transient response woofers. He was one of the first into car audio. Developed something called a mass control disc where they made the cone heavier by adding a disc to their Pro Audio series, and then now the woofer was able to perform in a smaller enclosure. So in 1990s, he was doing pretty well. In 95, they ran into a little bit of a financial issue, got into a situation where their demand was exceeding their supply. They had a couple things come up that were due to be paid, and he basically could not get the product in fast enough, and so he wasn't able to make the deals happen, and that's whenever he had to shut the doors initially. Since then, that's kind of where he started another company, and then over the years we had a lot of response, people reaching out trying to get our product. I jumped in, and that's where I was doing a lot of rebuilds, things like that on site or in our shop, and again, that's where we started ordering Woofer's private label for replacements. From there, I started manufacturing and doing the extensive process of building all the Woofers in-house or custom design, things like that, working with build shops. Once I started getting too busy, that's whenever Luke Savard came on board. He started helping me out with all of it. We streamlined everything, and we officially opened back up, I believe, 2016, roughly. And then from there, we introduced a lot of the pro audio first to satisfy the old market for all the rebuilds and things we were doing. And then we introduced back into the car market the High Q series and the Rap series. From there, we are now making recent adjustments to the smaller woofers. So to the things coming soon are, we're about to get another big shipment in of our High Q8s, which we sold out way faster than we expected. Very, very popular item. We're about to get a whole bunch of those in, and those are going to go on sale again probably next week. In addition to that, we're going to have the High Q 6.5s, which we think is going to have a lot of demand for. We're going to send it to Ronnie 6.5, like you were saying earlier. He's going to do a review for us. That's going to also be available next week for a promotional period. Very cheap price of $59 for the 6.5.
I'm absolutely buying two of those.
What?
But it's gonna go. It's not gonna stay like that for long because it's not a comfortable situation for us at that price. So
That's the special everyday audio's price, people.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
You heard it first here.
There
today.
it is.
Bruh, y'all are welcome. Oh my God, $60
That's
for
crazy.
an insane
That's
6.5 sub, bruh.
Yeah, and that thing I've had one in my car for the past few weeks, and that thing slams and it handles heat. It handles abuse.
I got to have it. I got to have several.
Yeah.
I got to have many.
Well, so
dude,
it's
that's
not going to last long. It's
definitely in the $150 SPL budget right there.
Yep.
We need to get two. We got to have two.
Yeah, Fade, go over there and I'll PayPal
I'm
you.
going. I swear to God, I'm coming
No,
to see
you're
you
not.
tomorrow.
No, you're not.
Oh, wait. Are you going out of town? Are you going to be there tomorrow?
For a period of time, very short.
I'll come beat up on
Well,
Luke.
they're not in there
Is
yet.
Luke
He's
there?
coming with me. He's going to my bachelor party. He's going to be out.
Yeah,
That's one reason why the release is next week of the new products. We got to be there to make it happen.
acting like grown-ups and stuff.
That's the bait and switch. I tell you it's coming, then I say you
For
can't.
real?
Yeah,
So,
not yet. Wait a minute.
so that's what we have coming up. And where are we? We're on eBay. We have a website. We are on Amazon, and we're moving a lot of products. Again, those promotional prices that we have right now are not going to stay around for long. So I advise everybody to jump on board as soon as they can and take advantage of that.
Can you pre-order right now, or are you waiting until next week to actually?
No, we're going to wait until next week. I don't really like to do the pre-order game. You hear too many bad things happen to companies about pre-ordering.
Nice.
So we try to mitigate that by not letting it happen in the first place. So, but no, once we get things moving a little bit smoother, we'll probably allow pre-ordering once we get on a more on a more confident delivery schedule. So
what about the fronts? So what do you have for the fronts? You have like one set of components. You have like PA, like, vocal speakers.
Yeah, so basically we have the Pro 10, the Pro 12. We have Pro 8s that are going to be coming out in the future. We have the High Q series of component sets that are going to be coming out, which is even higher transient Pro style component set. We're talking about potential of 3-ways, a couple different options, and also we're talking about options of making our components interchangeable. So you could take that 6.5-inch High Q component set and then maybe even swap it out and put in a Pro 8 instead of that High Q 6.5 and adjust on the crossover. So there's a couple things to make it interchangeable, since no one person's situation is the same as the other typically.
Yeah,
and you can upgrade your system in pieces.
This guy over here, he likes pro audio crap, and this guy over here likes
loud
sound quality stuff.
I love the louds.
So you got something for everybody.
And that's what we hear all the time about the back of the Excursion. We have the bass, we have the mid-range, we have the upper mid-range, and then we have the tweeter. So everything is sectioned off, compartmentalized, frequency bandwidth. Each woofer has its own bandwidth. So it's made to crank up loud and stay clear. You don't hear that across, from 2 or 3 miles away. You hear a full sound.
Do you have a super tweeter?
Yes. Yes, he does. Yes. I looked at it. Yes. Titanium, bro.
You're fired.
Titanium.
It better be fantastic. I hate you.
Mm-hmm. The super tweeter works well with the pro items whenever you need something that's super efficient in the high end.
How much is the super tweeter? Give me an idea.
Actually,
give me an idea how much a super tweeter is and whatever your smallest PA woofer is.
The Pro 10 I think is around $60 or $70 a piece. Very durable, good warm sound. It's not a screaming woofer. It's a nice warm woofer that gives you a good full range between 80 hertz all the way up to about 4,000 or 5,000. And then the super tweeter picks up everything above about 3,000 hertz. So they pair well together. But
it plays down to 3K?
Typically, it depends on how hard you're driving it. Now,
everyone watching that, every single person watching needs to share the fact that Savard has a super tweeter that plays down to 3K in every social media group known to man, because every other super tweeter out there is has an FS of 8K and sounds like ass.
Well, now you're making me doubt myself. So let me check.
I pulled it up. I didn't see any. Oh wait, I do see it. No, I don't see it. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Well, let me make sure I'm not lying to you.
Oh wait, on the.
Well, it has to. If you're gonna pair it with a 10, which you don't have anything to fill the gap.
Well, that's why I was about to say.
Yeah.
I would recommend horn with it because it's kind of tough to say there is no gap.
Oh
so
wait,
actually,
you have a horn?
Yeah. We have a compression driver. Go to our website. Go to our website right now and go to the Pro.
Why is it not pulling up for me?
What's based on power, Hank? Nothing is based on power, crackhead.
What is
based on distortion?
Go to our products, Pro Audio, and click on the titanium tweeter. And we have posted a live frequency curve from 1 watt 1 meter.
Oh, so an actual measurement. That's
correct.
That's fantastic.
Because for tweeters, it's hard to say. I find with tweeters and highs, everybody recommends. Everybody states 25,000 to 2,500 to 20,000 kilohertz, or 20,000 hertz. every rating says the same. The wolf, we bring the tweeters in, we test them. A lot of the times, the ratings aren't real to what they state. So if you can't describe it well, we typically post live measurement.
I want to see that compression driver. Is it humongous? Like, can I get it in my doors?
The compression driver is big. It's about 1.75 inch voice coil in the compression driver. It's made for durability. You can fit it in the door. I mean, Keith Payne put 2 of them in the back of the Excursion, and I know my dad, Bill, he puts them either under his dash or in the doors.
Big fan of horns. I'm a big fan of horns.
He's old school. So
Just
yeah,
not,
scroll
just
down.
Not super tweeters.
Scroll down. Keep going. And then there's money. Oh, a little bit further.
I must be behind y'all because I don't see what y'all are doing.
You got to go to the photo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it now. It's going to be there for a second.
So, there we go. Okay, so the point is you guys have a lot of stuff to offer. A lot of people.
So, is it?
Oh my God! Wait,
down?
the one that's just that he wound up pausing on, is that the?
That's the tweeter.
Oh, that's a tweeter. Okay,
I'm sorry. It's going. Yeah.
There's your curve. It starts to roll off around 2,500 hertz.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad. At what what level is that? I can't see.
What do you mean by level?
What was the output? Is that 90,
that's
100?
That's 1 watt, 1 meter. So it looks like it's right around 98 dB. 99.
Oh, Lord have mercy. My ears are bleeding already. Tenfold. I like it.
Love it.
We're gonna have to get all this stuff in Skip's truck.
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready.
We're talking about super tweeters, man. What are you talking about? Squeers. We're talking about squat balls.
And then you can go to our component drivers. I mean, our compression drivers, and see the curve for those as well.
Yeah, we want to see that. Pull that up.
Yeah, I like those.
I like compression. I like.
Like if you like compression drivers, it's very, very efficient. Over 100 dB sensitivity.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lower extension, like I said, 1.75 inch voice coil. That thing it's designed to handle abuse, stay clear. It's just a true pro audio driver.
Oh my God! Look at the size of that thing. Good Lord.
How are you?
I'm not getting those in my doors, you crackhead. What are you doing?
It'll take a little custom fabrication.
Yeah, obviously. Man,
you might have to custom order
cut a square hole in my floorboard and put them in there.
No, so you can put them under your dash.
Or under the dash. So if you
like this.
Yeah.
You need the flat ones.
Yeah, that's sick. I love pro audio stuff.
Yeah, if you scroll to the curves, you should be able to see how low it reaches.
Oh man, see, I was just about to sneeze Scotty Weaver's name, but he said he wanted Skip to do it, so screw him.
There it is.
Sneeze my name. I don't know
Too
what that
bad.
So it reaches down to about 1,500 hertz.
Oh. See, that's what's lovely about horns is their bandwidth and efficiency. No one does it. No one does it like horns. I like it.
Yep. I believe in the horns. You just got to make sure you attenuate them properly, or else they will tear your head off. So.
Well, also for your subs and subs, right? Y'all do a lot of probably do a lot of horns for the pro audio crowd for the subs and the mid range drivers and stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. For the horn builds, we do that from time to time. Mainly, a lot of our customers do that. They build those themselves. Most of the VAR fabrication is typically full range systems for the home audio, or we do custom regular vented or bandpass systems for people that we ship out. So right now, most of our enclosures are custom, and we're looking into opportunities to start mass producing some enclosures as well, so we can sell the Woofer enclosure system.
Do y'all sell? Oh, y'all sell enclosures now?
Mm-hmm. We do on a small scale, but we're looking to once we find the final design that we like, we're gonna kick that up, get them in cheaper, and start offering them to the public at a competitive price. Everything's about price, so that's why we've adjusted a couple things to where we are now.
Nice.
Trying to be competitive.
Gotta be.
That's it.
They have all kind of enclosure designs also on the site too, like for each sub and dual and band passes and all kind of.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot.
I know you don't. Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking that.
Yep. If you go to our enclosures section, and we're going to be populating this more. So for each Woofer, not only do we offer the ported, we typically offer the bandpass and sealed design for not only 1 or 2 speakers, but up to 4. Because we have a lot of people who approach us about getting 4 woofers, 2 woofers, 1, and we keep having to redesign the same things over and over again. So at least this way they can pick out what they want, and then we can just adjust the enclosure design to fit their specific size limitations, and then we'll actually send it back to them with the cut specs so that they can make their own box.
That's pretty awesome. I'm not even kidding.
That's what we try to keep on point with the customer support, because usually if they work with us and we work with them, we can get them something pretty impressive.
Honestly, it did feel like Hank was still in PUBG mode in the chat there.
He was. He's getting hostile.
Dude, he's getting out of control in there, dude. Settle down.
Coming in saucy.
Look, you know why? He's salty. Someone's doing 4810s and it's not him. Salty.
So I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking for the chat this entire time. I can see our feed, but I have not been able to find the chat.
It's
and
probably
I
better.
hear what y'all are saying. I'm getting people messaging me too, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on with the public right now.
It's actually probably better that you don't.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel good about
Because they've
that.
been talking shit about you the entire time. It's just
No,
it's
they
amazing. I haven't seen this level of hate since ever.
Well, I hope it means I'm doing something right. So
That apparently, if you have haters, that means you're doing everything right. That's what the internet said.
good.
I'm jealous. Skippy, you want to take a field trip down to?
Yes. I don't know why we haven't been before.
No, for real. You have to come down here because we have some business, right? And then we'll go and we'll say we'll.
Yeah.
Hey, and y'all are more than welcome to let us know the next show you go to or wherever. We'll be happy to bring the excursion out. And
Import Face Off in Belrose is in like 2 weeks.
No,
A Sunday.
Aggieland is in
No.
1 week.
No,
Bring your
they're
ass.
not going there.
Yes.
So the only thing is, I'm getting
Belrose.
married, and Luke's going to be there. He's in my wedding, so we just got to make sure we plan around that.
Listen,
Wait, why am I still
y'all
on the
aren't
screen?
taking the excursion to the wedding. Give me the keys.
Yeah.
Let me take it to Aggieland. Let me do my thing.
I'm
I
going to
hate
need a
you.
deposit.
I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
No, but
Listen,
Belrose is
I
right
got-
there. It's like probably 30 minutes from y'all.
Yeah. it's
Import
not far.
Face Off.
No,
Yusaki
no
show.
problem raceway. You know where no
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Sunday
Well-
too. But whatever.
Well, guys, I'm sorry to say, but I'm at the roll. I got to get some things together last
Beat
minute.
it.
Yes,
we don't want
sir.
you here anymore anyway. Beat
I
it.
appreciate the opportunity to talk to y'all and giving me a platform to speak on. So I'm here if y'all need anything as well. Just let me know. I'm more than happy to help
100%.
with the cause.
Yeah,
We
man,
will be
we'll
in
see you.
touch.
We'll see
Yes,
you
sir.
around.
That's it. All right, y'all take
Appreciate
care.
it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, well,
Oh wait, I screwed up.
what you done?
It's all fudged now. It's just two
What?
big faces of me.
Isn't it really?
I'm gonna leave
that's
it like
fantastic.
that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
It's like a it's like when you do a wall full of TVs.
Can I mirror this one?
Will
Let me see
you
if I can
please
mirror
just
this
leave it
one.
like that the whole time?
How can you see that?
I'm watching the live feed. I
Yeah,
always
but it
watch
didn't.
the live
It didn't
feed
come
so I
up
can
yet.
see the.
There's a delay.
I always watch the live feed so I can see the comments.
How do you see that though?
What are you talking about, crackhead?
What live feed? This? It's still on this.
I don't know.
There
what
it is.
to do.
There it
Oh,
is.
that's because you're Android.
Are you serious? Is that why it's a huge thing?
Yes, because you're
That's
Android.
wild. It's just Big Me, Big Meech in the building.
Oh my god, that is delicious.
Isn't that just gold?
It is.
Like you
gold.
can't buy
is-
that. You cannot
you
buy
can't-
that.
You really cannot.
You can't buy that
do
type of
anything with it.
service.
You can't do anything. With
I'm
it.
gonna leave my face this big also.
All right, everybody. Now that Will's left the room, y'all let him have it in the chat. Let me hear it. What y'all think?
Y'all crazy. He's got the
Is
tie-
anybody willing to try Savard Audio now?
He's got the tie
Especially
baskets
since
on there.
they're since they're 6.5 or $60. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's wild.
I wonder how many he's got because I'm gonna buy half of them.
Yeah, he's gonna regret posting that price.
For real, I'm like Wall the Tundra in
Nah,
6.5.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, I might.
I definitely want to get like whatever 2 or 3 of them.
No,
That-
for sure.
That's too
I mean,
stupid.
what are you gonna do? You have. It's like you're
It's
basically
too
losing.
cheap. It's too cheap not to.
Yeah, you're losing money if you don't buy
Right. Is Hank still in there, or is he playing PUBG again?
them. Who knows? I think he's playing
He's doing
PUBG
both.
in the chat.
He's doing both.
Yeah,
I would
he's playing.
wreck you at Apex Hank, just so you know that.
Oh yeah, Christopher A. Corkery. Travis Haney, Logan Boudreaux. Boudreaux, he must be local.
Sundown Gold Dealer.
I don't know what that means.
Image Dynamics for sure. We got to get somebody from there too. Somebody shout out.
There's
Are
only
they still
like
around?
one person. There's only one person.
Get them out.
Quote unquote from Image Dynamics I even want to speak to.
Oh,
and
that's
that's Eric
messed up.
Stevens.
That's messed up. What about Elemental Designs?
Is that still a thing?
Probably not, but I still have some of their equipment.
I know, but is there?
They was the
someone
first
we can...
ones with 6.5. I don't care what nobody says. 6.5 subs.
Oh, 100%. Because those are the only ones that I could find back in the day.
I'm not letting Hank join. The room's locked. Fuck out of here, kid.
No, click.
Go loot a house.
Oh my god! You know what's funny? I saw you lock the room earlier.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
fuck out of here.
Because Hank was on a roll.
I know. Yeah, he was just about to come in here. Your subs suck.
Yeah.
What's the matter with him? Why is he so little?
Actually, I'll let Jerry join in right now.
Who's Jerry?
If he wants to talk shit.
Oh, Jerry Missick.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to talk to him. He told me he can beat any of my cars with his stupid G8.
It's a nice car.
It's not. It's orange.
I'm a little jelly.
All right, it's unlocked. So just
Oh Lord, here we go.
Giddy
All
up,
right.
giddy up, fellas.
Actually,
Man,
it's a good. Dude, it's a good thing because I have to go piss.
I just got it fixated too, and now it's gonna be all effed up. It's just gonna be two of my faces again. It's open. You gotta join.
Listen, if y'all want to talk about transient response, somebody call in the show. And
Come in here and tell us how your 4810s are louder, Hank. But Blake Hunt would give you that work.
Drinking, we should have had a drinking game this time. Drink every time I drink, or Will says transient response.
Yeah, did he say that a lot?
He did.
I didn't hear it.
And listen, I appreciate it because I know exactly what he's talking about. And these cretins in the chat, they don't know how to do it. What do you mean? How do you join? I can't hold these guys' hands to tell them how to call in the show anymore. I can't do it.
It's embarrassing. Whoops.
Now I can hear your TV. I couldn't earlier, but now I can.
Appeared.
Hank is like the only one in the chat
because he's arguing with himself.
Apparently. Look, I'm going to call out a random person's name.
What time is it? Y'all got 30 minutes.
Yeah, about half an hour.
All right, I sent you the link, Hanker.
All right. No, just post it in the chat. The first person post it in the chat. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
God damn it.
What up?
Wait.
Bruh.
Damn it.
It's not going to be a thing. This is not going to be a regular thing.
What? Why not?
Why you giving smoke to our guest, dude?
I'm not.
4810s, and it's nicer and louder than yours.
Hey, all I said was
hater.
Hey, all I said was that's old. What's up? That's all I said.
Band pass, crackhead.
Been there,
What
done
the
that.
fuck do you think mine was?
Oh, was it a band pass? I don't know.
How else do you do
flat wall?
You can't do a 4810 clamshell.
It's flat wall.
Yeah, it's a
You
flat
can't
wall.
do a clamshell. I mean, is that not a thing? Why does it have to be a band pass?
It's still a band pass. Clamshell's still a band pass.
Oh, is it?
Did Florida invent that?
It is.
Field enclosures are band pass then. I mean, everything has higher order loading. What are we in anechoic chambers?
It's true though.
Crap out of here.
Go piss. Get the fuck out of here.
I do have to.
So stupid.
What
Oh
up,
man,
Skip?
what's going on, brother?
Shit.
I shared your C-Max post the other day.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a big ass build.
Like I just want to drop, I just want to drop a wrench in there, just see what happens.
No, you don't.
Yeah, let's just do it. I'm scared. I mean, it would just blow up. It would just disintegrate, huh?
It would probably just melt. Yeah. That's the biggest bank that I've definitely
Is it really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, before this it was I think 485 amp hours. Sam Golfus up in like Gary, Indiana-ish. He's gonna have 8 Crescendo 8Ks.
So what
it's gonna be
was each
gnarly.
one of those?
90s, 690s, 690 amp hours.
690s? Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Like-
that's good. That's good for like 120K on music.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
not for yours, huh?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay. Is yours gonna be bigger than that, or not? As you don't need that much.
I don't need that much. I only
Oh.
got I only got
60K.
yeah 10 6Ks. But,
Yeah, there it is.
I,
how
would
many-
only, I would only need 3 of those.
How many Fords did you need to kill to make that?
12.
12? Dang. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
6. I guess it'd be 6, but yeah.
So like when I
'Cause
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So like when I
going.
see those people that post like the I don't know how to say untaken apart ones, the not disassembled ones. That's one car.
One pack is a half of a car.
Okay.
So there's 2 packs per car.
And what voltage do they run at when they're together?
Fuck. Sorry.
Language.
Yeah. I think it's like 100. I don't even remember. Like I've looked at it, but I don't care because I take it apart. It's too high. That's
That
all I
stuff
know.
is. Oh man, that stuff just Fade doesn't want anything to do with DIY stuff like that. But I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah, I've taken one apart where like the screwdriver slipped and I cut through some of those wires while it was already seriesed up to like 100 and some bolts. It makes a big old fireball.
Oh my god.
So.
This is what I blame you.
Hey.
I blame you for the DIY buzz and lithium, and I blame Fade for the rise in price on caps. Both of y'all are the detriment to the
honestly,
community.
Well, I can't be mad.
I can't argue.
Like before Fade, you could buy like 12 for like $200.
Oh, the old black cap.
Yeah, the old
yeah,
black 2.5.
125 a dozen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old
And
black
it's
cap
just-
for sure.
Now you got every kid burning their car down because Hank showed them
Oh.
how to series Ford Focus hybrid.
Dude, now like it's crazy how like the AGM game just kind of like fell.
yeah,
Like
the car audio.
resell.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's still a bunch of people buying them because it still serves a purpose for sure. But yeah, I mean, I see these people with these D1600s that
Yeah.
like
Like
they
under
can't even get
$100. Like under
yeah,
100
under
bucks.
$100, and they can't even get rid of them. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I seen somebody with like those big D7500 ones. Man, like
Yeah.
$200 or
12
something.
ones.
Yeah, like $200. Like those were godly $500 batteries
I
back
know.
in the day.
Yeah, for real. Those used to
Yep.
be for like $400
yeah.
used.
You just
Yep.
need one for and
Yep.
like dude, nobody wants to touch them no more. They're like I just got an AGM in for the other car, and I'm taking out one of those excess power cat batteries. It just killed me to pick it up. Oh my god, I don't want to do that
Yeah,
again.
I know.
I mean, I feel like I hurt the business of batteries, but at the same time, I feel like I advanced it too.
You did.
no, 100%.
No, yes, I love it.
Advanced it.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were sitting pretty for a long time, getting
Yeah.
fat.
Listen,
And now,
there were.
you know?
That's right. That's right. That's what happens. You have to have people come along and disrupt things for.
Right? It's like I myself, I don't feel like I charged so less that I was giving it away, because I still feel like price should be based on performance. Always
Right.
should always be based on performance.
Yeah, I mean,
Not always what it cost. Not like just because you can get it for cheaper doesn't mean you should sell it for cheaper.
Right.
That's
right.
the way I look at
Yeah,
it.
that's just you coming up more. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I still think there should be a dollar value based on price or on performance. But
And
I
that's,
think. I mean, it's funny. I look back on some threads from a couple of years ago, and like we've sort of saw the writing on the wall, right? Because lithium was going to start becoming.
I never
more-
saw it. I never saw it.
It was going to start becoming more available. It was going to start getting better. It was going to start getting cheaper, more
Yeah, the
power
advancement.
dense. And things were going to start coming, forward and cheaper and better and faster. Which I mean, everything does, right?
Right.
Moore's law on computing power. This is the same with batteries. I know it's not going to follow the same. The same.
Just
curve.
think of like hard drives. You got like the M.2s now that are crazy fast.
Right.
And
That's
before,
what I
like
mean. Yeah, Moore's law. That it's the same deal. It doubles every year.
And
basically.
now technically they've got a way to. My buddy Lottie just told me about it. Like you can image like your hard drive and use your memory as like your hard drive. And so it's like I forget, it's like 10 times faster than using,
I know. It's dumb. It's dumb.
I didn't know what that. I just built a computer like last year. I didn't know what that was. That M.2. I'm like, why do I need more RAM for hard drive?
Well,
it looks like RAM.
It
looks
does.
like RAM.
It does a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't get it, but I got just a SSD. But still, that thing was nuts looking.
Dude, it takes
crazy.
like 5 seconds to boot my computer.
Yeah, like what? And it's tiny. I don't get it.
Well, here's the thing though. The only problem is it doesn't have the lifespan, because you're talking 5 years for M.2 versus like 10 to 15 years for like what is it, a WD Black or whatever.
Yeah, but hell, think about it. In 5 years, how much more advanced is like hard drive's going to be?
Well, I'm just saying if you have some shit that you want, and you're willing to risk the thing crashing.
I got the old WD passport for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude, that's another thing too. Like I bought that passport for like $200 like 5 years ago. And it was a 2 terabyte. Now there's like a 10 terabyte, like tiny one or something.
You can get like a thumb drive that big.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's like, what's infinite. Funny though is like anything in between the whatever the M.2
SSD.
The SSD?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Like
SSD.
like the bigger SSD, like the bigger like.
I'm talking about like the RAM looking shit, whatever that's called, and then like a disk drive. Everything in between is garbage. Like the SSDs that you plug in with the SATA cable.
Right.
God, done, garbage. So it's like either you want like full on like storage.
It's super cheap now. It's super cheap now. Like. I forget who just came out with some, but it's like 500 gigabytes for like $100 or less or something like that. I don't remember what it is.
Bananas.
Yeah, it's super cheap.
Like how much faster do we need it? How much faster do you need anything?
All the fast.
How fast do you want your shit to boot up?
I don't care. I mean, like 10 seconds.
Want it like instantaneous.
Like 10 seconds.
I hit the button,
that's
go.
stupid.
Like swiping your phone.
Yeah, boom, as fast as it takes to start my car. You know what I mean? Like that's how fast I want my computer to start.
That's too fast.
We
don't need that technology.
No, I don't need all that other bullshit.
That's when you start getting into Terminator territory.
No, the problem is the operating systems are like the problem. I think the hardware is faster than the software now.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Honestly.
Dude, I have so much shit laying around. I wish some of y'all would buy some of these GPUs. I have no use for them anymore. Please buy them.
I thought Bitcoin was like
the dark days of Bitcoin.
I thought it was going up, bro.
It is.
The dark days of Bitcoin.
I can't run this shit anymore. They're everywhere. Like my house is scattered with 570s and 1060s. I gotta get them out of here.
Oh, I was gonna say trade them to Fuller.
No, I've consolidated. I've got 2070s and 1070. Like I have better shit. I need to get the smaller ones out of here.
Oh, you bought 2070s. Oh, Jesus. Jeez.
Have we met? Yeah, I bought 2070s. Right? I mean,
is all that stuff still stupidly overpriced?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is it really? Oh my God! Why? Stop.
Yeah.
What, they just can't keep up with the demand for y'all?
No, it's not like $20,000 Bitcoin overpriced, but it's still, if you want the bleeding edge,
$100 over.
Yeah, if you want the bleeding edge of anything, it's going to be overpriced.
Yeah, because I got this 1080 Ti for like $460. I stole that thing.
Yeah. What you drinking, Hank?
It's called Hunter. Double stout.
What did you drink the other day? Like a sugar milk alcohol? I almost threw up reading it. I promise.
No, it's an IPA. I don't know why it even said like sugar, lactose.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like a drunk cow. He's sucking it out the teat.
No,
it's disgusting.
It was an IPA. That's all it was.
I don't know what that is. What's an IPA?
Hops and
India Pale
alcohol.
Ale.
Yeah, India Pale.
But it was in a can.
It's disgusting.
It was weird.
Franklin
one pint
Gauss.
can.
Like he went to like a
Franklin Goss is
Chinese.
watching. We're about to kick Hank and get Franklin on and ask him how
Franklin
he gets
doesn't have internet in South Carolina. Get out of there.
Oh, does he not?
Do they have that
Franklin,
yet?
if we give you the link, will you call in?
So
We
just
want to ask you about how you get so loud.
so just for Taylor, I'm gonna do 12 or 6 or what 8 12s PA speakers because he likes the SQ.
Yes. Hey, what?
Just for bass boxing.
Hey, what happened to your them towers?
I hate you.
The Obsidian tower.
I think I sold those.
Really?
I think somebody ended up buying those years ago.
That was a sick. What did that van ever end up doing? That was a sick little build.
Oh,
for
the
no
No
wall.
Wall van?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was sick.
Literally, after that show, I ended up just selling the van just because I literally built it just for Slamology. So that was it.
Dude, you know how many videos you could have had that went viral and you made money off of, bro? Like, you ever think of that? Like that.
None.
No,
Everybody else.
Yeah.
does.
Well, I mean, you if you'd have filmed it, but that egg on top of the 200.4 or whatever that was,
Yeah.
like that was
No,
just
it's like-
sick. You seen that video, Fade?
I don't
He
think
cracked.
so.
Somebody cracked. Was it Price
I
filmed
did.
it?
I did,
But
he
who filmed it? Price?
Yeah, JP did.
Yeah, JP. Look at this loser.
Here we go. Here we go.
But no, it's like the day before. I
Oh,
was
before he goes, I
demoing.
want to ask him about that too.
I was demoing all day long, and I seen how fucking hot that amp was getting. So the next day on Sunday, on the way there, I stopped at the gas station, bought like a $5 12 thing of eggs. Just to see, just
A
to see if
12
we,
thing.
yeah, whatever they call
Apparently, your wife does the shopping.
it.
Right?
She does, absolutely.
12
It's like
quantity.
a 12 thing.
12 quantity.
I don't know,
A thing
there's like,
that carries 12 of them.
there's like 12 eggs in it, whatever. But so like I went there, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And so I cracked the egg on it, and it actually did start cooking it.
Dude,
I mean,
that's so retarded.
Did
Did somebody eat it? Oh, I would have ate it if I was there.
Those
Totally.
old 200.4s, it was literally in protect the whole time, but it was still playing. Like it had to protect. I don't know what it's protecting, but the red light was on the whole time, but
Sending
it was
it.
still playing.
Yeah, somebody snipped your
What
thermal
was-
wire.
What was that? What was that on? That was on mids for the thing? The towers?
I had 16 Neo Pro 10s and 2, 4, 6, 8 Super ST350s. But yeah,
Jeez.
Taylor, no, you can definitely play lower on Super Tweeters if you like turn the power down. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you say. You can definitely do it.
No, I hear you.
Last question. Did y'all see the JP drama?
I did, but I don't know what it's about. I didn't actually see the
I
video.
know
or
what
nothing.
it's about. Did you see it, Fade?
I did.
So was that Steve's truck that he was gluing the stuff with?
I don't know.
Steve Barber. Well, somebody was gluing the magnets. I don't know what they were doing. Gluing the magnets back together at the
right.
Sky High barbecue.
Yeah, I didn't get the backstory, but apparently some slugs had become dislodged or
And they
separated or
JP
something.
was filming live. He was doing like CA glue around the cones, and then like
not
JP
the cone, the magnet.
No, that's
the
what I meant. The
actual
magnet.
slugs.
But I mean, JP then turned the camera to the cone, and it said "Phi" on it. Said, "Oh, there's your problem there." Like as a sarcastic joke. It wasn't. I don't think.
Well, apparently he
as it-
said, "I'm just kidding." After
Yeah.
that, but I didn't hear that part.
I don't care if I heard it. It still was funny.
I didn't see it, but I watched it and I seen all the replies to it, and so many people
Yeah.
are pissed off.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? Why can't people have their own opinions?
Honestly, wait.
I don't even think
you
that
know
is
what?
his opinion. I think it was just a joke. You know?
Yeah,
what I
No,
mean?
you know what,
I
though?
get that though.
Right.
If
get
I saw that video, like just if I saw that and I just saw it, I would be like, oh, he's fucking kidding, whatever.
Right.
But what
I
was
know.
the whole I can destroy you and
Oh, I don't
you
know.
don't even understand? What was that about? Because
Maybe-
that was where I started kind of like, all right, hold up, maybe it wasn't kidding, blah blah blah, whatever.
Maybe
he was
Phi
like-
messaged them or something. Who? Scott?
I don't know.
Whoever it
He
is?
made that post about that feeling when you have, like megalomania. That feeling when I have the power to destroy you. I'm like, what? Are you saying?
You don't know that?
That was where like I kind of
Yeah, I know.
He's old enough. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what that is.
Actually, it sounded exactly.
It did.
like
It did. I thought I was the only one that noticed
Dude,
that.
for real. That's why I
I thought you played the sound effect in my head.
I thought I was like looking for a button. It just sounded exactly like it.
Who's playing the emulator right now? What's going on?
Exactly.
I definitely need to go on Twitch and see people play that now. I bet you they're still doing it.
Holy
But no, that
was so good.
But I love the drama though, and it I don't know. I don't know what I feel about it, but like
he loves the drama too.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I mean,
the point.
It drums in business. It does.
Does it? Does it?
Negative public
but
knowledge is still.
Who goes out and buys something when they see JP getting made fun of?
You know what? That's what I wondered too. And they all
You would be
he says
super
it. They
surprised.
all
That's
say
crazy.
it. I just don't believe it because the 1% that we all talk to on Facebook, when they see that bullshit, is not going to Down for Sound to buy fucking Sundown Audio. You know what I mean? That's not happening.
Right. Yeah, see, that was the thing. It's like I was up at the shop talking to the guy, talking to the owner and stuff. I was like, we're talking about which brands to bring in, all that stuff. And it's just like, you need to kind of bring in the big names, not necessarily to sell them. I mean, if people really
Just
want
to
them,
get people in the door.
sell them. But you got certain brands that people want, like that they see on the internet and all that stuff. And they call in, they're like, do you carry this? And you're like, yeah, but we also carry this, and this.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to use that as a way to bring them in the door and all that stuff.
Well, listen. As a consumer, because I'm a consumer, right? I consume a lot. I spend a lot of money. Oh, that too.
On alcohol.
Listen, if I go
GPUs.
walk into a place, right? If I walk into a place, if I drive and get out and do the thing, and I'm like, I want to buy this thing, and they're like, oh, we don't have it in stock, but we can order it for you. Deuces. I can order it for myself.
I'm out.
Right. But but the problem is that's how most every place is, because you don't want to stock everything you're capable of getting. You only want to stock the stuff that you really want to sell.
I understand that.
So
that's why it makes sense for brick and mortars to stock dealer only stuff, because I can't just go and order whatever the crap I'm talking about.
Well, that was the thing though. It's like with Sundown, it used to be brick or mortar only, and then now the online stores came available, which makes it not necessarily harder to sell, but it's, I don't know. You would think that an online store would be required to sell at MSRP, and then a shop be able to publicize at MAP.
Jerry, I literally buy stuff at retail stores every single week.
A decade.
Every single week. I buy all of my install accessories.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Local places. What are you talking about?
It goes to Walmart.
I will also buy my shit from Walmart.
You get them CVRs, brah.
Dude, I just bought a sub from Tiger Audio last week.
What you bought?
I bought $100 worth of RCAs. I bought $300 worth of speaker wire.
Well, it
I don't
depends
understand
on
what you're talking about.
What brand did you buy that was $100?
DD?
Oh, so you bought one RCA.
Oh, no. I bought a DD sub.
One 3-foot RCA.
No. I bought T-Spec.
One Y splitter.
No, I've been rocking T-Spec RCAs.
One monoblock RCA. Hey, what was your?
I wish I had T-Fade's money. Shit.
Yeah, we all do. What was your joke about the repo? That was funny. It made me laugh.
Oh no. We were sitting at the shop and we were just like, we ain't seen shit about the cube. It's all about this bully go, or what do they call that thing?
That was it.
But I was like, where's the cube? It used to be cube.
There's a lot of talking
now it's not cube at all.
Nothing.
Ever. Nothing.
And then they switched from kicker too.
And then it's well,
and now it's Z.
That's why I questioned it.
That's what,
because I was like, why is this going
they
from
get repoed?
Why is this going? Well, I'm not going to say why I said that.
That was hilarious.
It's just one of those things where it's like, it was kicker, JY kicker. Then all of a sudden it's like, DD, And it's like, where did this come from? Like, why? Where is this square sub going to a round sub? Like, I get it. You can just build a top baffle piece and whatever. But it's like you were totally 100,000% kicker, and now all of a sudden it's just like DD hashtag DD.
What did he say?
Hashtag. He says that he said it was too heavy to haul, and he goes and plays it every once in a while. I mean, I get the heavy thing to haul places. I get it, but you would still think there would be videos and promotional things with it.
It's difficult for me to believe that a Kodiak couldn't haul that thing.
They had issues with that thing though. With that Kodiak, they kept breaking down. They broke down like 4 times.
2 or 3 of them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did something like that. Yeah,
it's the same one, and they bought it from John Robbie, whatever the hell it is name. But he bought it from them, Sky High, and they went to pull the trailer with the cube and I think Kurt's Jeep to Slamology. Then the motor, I think, blew up or whatever in it, and then they went back and got Kurt's truck, which is my old truck, my old F-350. I sold it to him, and he turned it into a towing vehicle. So he swapped the beds over and all that stuff.
How much does a cube weigh? I mean, a 350 can tow 12, 13K?
Yeah, but then you gotta throw in the weight of the trailer and all that stuff too.
That's what I don't know how much.
I think a single F-350 could haul it. Maybe. I mean, it'd probably be the top side of it, but I would probably need like an F-550 if I was to do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I mean, he has a shitload of steel in that cube, and it's a lot of steel.
Oh, it's a lot of steel. Is there any concrete?
No, it's all steel. It's all steel and wood.
Still,
but it's a lot. It's a lot of steel.
I don't know. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. A Kodiak is like it's a semi truck.
But
it's
maybe it just costs too much to drive the Kodiak. I don't know. But it's just one of the things where it's like I don't know where it went all of a sudden. It was like
my truck can kick 5,500 pounds. What's up?
Sauce.
It was all kicker. Now it's DD. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It was
So what happened is Hunter on DD's nuts now too. Hashtag where you at, Hunter? I mean, are they all swapping over?
I mean, I don't know.
By the wayside,
he's been doing a bunch of that steel dash stuff. I haven't seen much of his build.
You know what? I didn't get a chance to click on that thread, but I was just scrolling by, and I have. You know how they give you like a little preview?
Yeah.
And he like responded to you very seriously. It's hard to get repoed when it's paid for.
When it's paid for.
That's when I knew you struck a nerve, because he threw back at you, because obviously everyone knows you're kidding. You
right. I mean? Well, it's like it was a joke. It was a joke. It was just me more asking like, what's going on with it?
What the hell? Yeah. Right.
You just went to the extreme with, did it get repoed? And you took it.
Well, the thing is, I will never sit in it. I'm smart enough to not ever sit in it, because that would be miserable. Like, absolutely. I sat in Steve Mick's van one time, and it was god awful.
I sat in the cube pre-steel, and it wasn't as bad as Pablo's van, but it was still pretty miserable.
No, anything over
like
40
Pablo's
hertz.
New van or the old van?
Huh?
Pablo's old van or the new van?
65 at 55, and I was done. Like, it hurt. It ruined the rest of my weekend. It ruined my effing weekend. I shit you not. I'm not exaggerating that at all. I was stupid. Like worrying. I was worrying. I needed to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I believe it. I like some people are like, oh, I want to get the loud of this demo, and I won't tap. Blah blah. Nah, I'm good.
No, thank you.
Thank
you. I think the cube was 62-ish at 40 set, high 40s, low 50s, but that was for all the steel, and there was like 10 people in there, and I was like, is anybody else in here?
Dude,
like,
doesn't Hunter sit in the port section too? Why do you want to die?
It's not as bad. It's not as bad in the port.
Okay. Never mind. Nub talk.
In the back. You sit in the back, it won't hurt. You sit in the port, it won't hurt. You sit on the dash, it would suck.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's Boyle's law, cuz.
No, that's not a thing.
Where those waves destroy you, man. That's the thing. All right, so when's this 150 challenge shit over with?
Hurry up, man.
Next month.
No, I gotta talk.
Bro, you gotta figure it out. Because
I got amps outside the van. We don't have
What
nothing
month
in
is
the
this?
1-2 van, so.
So this is April.
You just need one. You just need 115 or whatever you need.
Well, we can
That
get
costs-
we can get two of those Rockville 50
You got
or 18s.
45 days.
Yeah.
45 days to get it done.
We can get 2 Rockville 18s in that no wall van, or not no wall van, but the 1-2 van. But it's got a shattered windshield, so I have to do it with the shattered windshield.
That's
or
You
whatever.
totally
gotta figure
fine.
it out, dude.
So
Resonant.
that'd be. I'm actually really curious what it could do, honestly, because that thing's retarded.
You need to do one time. We need to do a show with you at the shop with all of them guys too. Just BSing
Honestly,
That'd be fun.
I mean, I would love to see some like
behind the
sound
scenes.
check.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the
I don't know
scenes.
any of them. I couldn't pick them
Sort
out
of
of
a
the
sound
lineup.
check after dark, sort of like you sundown type.
Whoa.
type
It's
show.
good. Skip, you don't leave fucking Louisiana.
That is
so
true. You don't
that-
leave Indiana. You go to Slamology and you go back
I need
home.
to see these videos.
You go to
I go home.
Slamology and you go home. Shut up.
I go all over the place.
You haven't been to scraping. All
I used to, dude. Yeah, you're right.
right, there it is. I haven't been to Slamology and you haven't been scraping. Even.
The problem is scraping. It's like USAC.
That's it.
God class.
Hey, I actually brought USAC to our shop now.
There it
so every
is.
show we have USAC. So I'm doing street beats, so I need points. So I brought it.
Got to have it.
Kevin,
Gotta have them points.
are y'all still on
Cal-
for finals, Hank? Kevin Kinder asked.
I guess, yeah. Sure.
What does that?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you have like a?
we got like a. I think we got a thing going. I don't know. It's like
Y'all got like
a
$1
month or
million
two
bet?
back. It was just. I guess it's a battery thing. I guess, but
What's
Yeah.
that?
Oh wait,
it's like a 30. I don't know. I'm not watching the live feed, so I don't know the.
He just said we still on for finals, Hank. That's all he said.
Yeah. I think
The
it's.
answer is yes.
Yeah,
100
sure.
the
I'm
answer
going.
is always
Yeah,
yes
yeah.
with Hank.
Yeah.
100%. The answer is
Yeah.
always yes.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm shooting for like a 66 SP3.
I swear to
so
God,
I'm
I've
just
never
saying.
known Hank to say. You ever seen Yes Man with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
That's like Hank's
Oh, he said
real life.
death match. He said death match.
That's Hank's real life. He's
Oh,
never
whatever.
said no to anything in his life.
That's fun.
Whatever.
I got subs that take
TTV,
power.
baby.
I got it.
He doesn't
bro.
care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, because like after next year, like or after this year, I don't even care about the subs. I'll just recut them with like bigger subs and do like a bigger setup. But
Yeah, who cares?
the expensive part's the motor. Shit.
Right. That's right. All that cloth and top rest is bullshit.
NSV4s are expensive as shit.
Yeah, I'll never have
But
one.
I needed something that could take a
Oh.
shitload of power and cool itself effectively. And that was the only thing that came to mind for me. Like I didn't care what brand it was. Like I really didn't care. I was going to use whatever. But that was I went to this, I went to that, and thought about this, thought about that. Didn't care about the price, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, I'll buy Neos, even though it was going to be like an extra.
NSV4s
It
is
was
what
going to be
you
a lot more. Yeah, because the cooling structure in that new motor is unreal.
Oh, you're fired.
Hey,
For 30 seconds? Get
how
outta
about
here.
this? Yeah, but I'm doing base boxing.
Well, okay.
You know about base boxing?
I
You did it like 10 years ago.
I know. Bang! I got a belt, bitch. Bang! Bang!
Yeah, you know exactly what I mean.
That's
So
like
it's
my
just-
favorite thing.
So it's like that's my I want a belt. That's my thing. I want a belt.
Do you not
You
have
know?
one?
No,
Do you have a ring?
nope.
That's still a thing, base boxing?
No, I help. I mean, I help with the 1-2 van.
I know. You're
But I
behind a
don't-
lot, and I know back in the day.
Somebody's
got to
drive his Lambo. Chill out.
I know, right?
But
I know you like help a lot of people build this and a lot of do this and a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and you like a demo and you want to do 182 at 4 hertz and all that stuff, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes-
I feel like I have realistic goals. It sounds far fetched for a lot of people, but
What?
it's like I've done
165. You did everything, honestly. You did. I mean, what you mean,
Everything.
Fade? He did everything.
what are you
What?
talking about? Fate?
Oh, I thought you were calling him out, like saying he didn't do nothing.
No, it's just like I've
He
built
does
a lot
like
of
2
things.
builds a year.
I've done a lot of builds, so it's like I kind of understand
Nerd.
like roughly where it should
Dude,
be.
he throws time and money at shit until it gets done. Like You think
That's
I'm
cool.
gonna doubt Hank?
Oh, well, I didn't know what you were
Now?
saying.
Known the guy for like 10 years.
Of all my setups, my favorite setup is still the infinite baffle.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, 100%
100%.
infinite baffle.
Biggest
absolutely
fail ever.
amazing.
It did.
Unbelievable.
It did like a
It did 53. Yeah.
A 53 at 26 on
With two
3,500 watts.
24s.
That thing was stupid. Dude, that thing was amazing.
Trash.
But it was just-
two 7Ks.
1 7.
Nah, it was 2.
It was
No.
one.
Yeah,
I
it might have been
remember.
one. It might have been one.
It
I was
one,
there.
dude.
I like.
he walked. I don't know if he helped me carry the subs over, but those bitches were heavy.
Dude, I don't know if anybody's ever heard this story, but Hank and I were talking, and he's like, dude, I'm thinking about doing like a pair of 24s IB in my CRX. And I was like, dude,
Who says that?
I was thinking about doing a pair of 24s IB in my CRX. And he's like, shut the fuck. I'm like, I swear to God. And he's like, well, I'm not doing it if you're doing it. And I was like, I'm not doing it if you're doing it. And
Okay,
he's
fine,
like-
I'll do it.
And I was like, okay, you do it.
That's so crazy, dude.
I swear to God, like independently of each other, when those huge, because
That
at
was
the
the
time,
SQ in me coming out.
well, at the time they were
Everybody goes down that avenue once.
The T was the only one doing huge woofers, right? Other than
The T.
I'll get the beer. Keep talking.
Incriminator was still doing the 21-inch Warden, I think, or
Yeah.
they were like the only oversized woofer at the
I
time.
think that's probably the death penalty at that point.
Right. Whatever. But yeah, so
Same
when
diff.
Tantric had the 24s, I was like, oh my God, it fits perfectly right here in the CRX.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
Literally
gonna
does.
do a pair of 24s IB in the retard. And Hank was like, I'm gonna do a pair of 24s IB in mine. And I was like, go fuck yourself. I thought of it first. And he's like, go fuck
Hey.
yourself.
Money talks. What happened to that thing? Did you take it out and just do like a SPL setup the next week or something?
I traded that CRX to Sundown, and
With the baffle, with the infinite baffle already installed it?
with the baffle, but no equipment. So the equipment that was in it, I traded to Jonathan Demuth of T3, and that's how I got my bread truck.
This
My
is-
bread truck.
you have the
my
weirdest
bread truck-
connections.
So
It is.
I drove down to northern Georgia with the CRX, with the subs and the amp and all that stuff, and got the bread truck. So I dropped the subs and amps off with him, got the bread truck. I drove the bread truck from Georgia to Sundown. I don't even know why I went to Sundown. Maybe because I was just in that area. I don't know. But so we drove there, and Kyle Eberly, he drove the CRX behind the bread truck all the way back. And then I got there, and I was like, we're not driving two vehicles back. How do I have to leave this thing here? Because we're not going to take two vehicles back.
So stupid.
So we ended up talking, and they had a bunch of the home theater 18s.
Stereo
HST.
integrity?
Theater integrities. Yeah,
Yeah.
the home theater 18s. I was like, all right, how many home theater 18s will you give me for this
He's
CRX?
like a pirate. He just barters everything.
Oh my
So
God, it's
stupid.
fantastic.
So I ain't got to take this thing back. So they gave me half of what I had for the CRX, and it was a B16. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a decent. It was a GSR trans and a B16.
I hate it.
But
They had
so
another
we
clean one,
traded.
too.
We traded. Dude, they had a stage 5 clutch, just like Taylor knows.
No, thank you.
No, what's in your Civic?
Me,
What's in your Civic?
stage 5.
Stage-
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
No.
no.
Yeah, but his is hydro though.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess that's true. Yeah, cable's awful.
Terrible. So
Awful.
bad. So
Awful.
bad. Hey, you gotta wrap this shit up. We gotta go. Wrap it up.
All right, so I ended up trading. I ended up trading the car for subs, so we put it in the back, and then I made another deal, and I ended up buying twice the amount of subs. That's how I came up with like 32 18s or whatever for the bread truck that never ended
Dude,
up
your
getting built.
wife is like a saint.
Where do
I
you
swear
keep
to
all
God.
these things? Y'all have like mad property or something, or
Like my bread truck's a shed.
Yes. His wife is a saint.
Yeah.
Go get your wife right now and
Yeah.
put her on. Go get her.
She's
Do
in Virginia
I
at her
hate you.
friend's house with the kids.
I
So
hate you.
that's why I'm
That's
here
the only
chilling.
way it works. If she gets her time alone from you, that's the only way it works.
Dude,
Well,
she's
she's stay-at-home mom, so she
He-
gets her time off.
he does not deserve her. I have been his wife, and he does not deserve her. I promise.
Yeah, she has to put up with a lot of shit. I mean, she does. She does. I'm not gonna deny it. So
Yeah.
it
At
is
least
what
you
it is.
recognize it.
Yeah, for sure. So
All right,
all right. So what are we ending on? What are we ending on?
we're done.
What's next
We are
after lithium? What's
finished.
next? What's next
Yeah,
after
what
lithium?
is it? No, he doesn't even know yet.
He doesn't. He doesn't know.
yet.
Ford hasn't announced it.
Well, that was.
He's gonna wait till Bolts start getting trashed with Teslas, and then he's gonna grab all
Oh,
the 1,
shit.
2, 3s.
2022 Chevy Cruze.
That was the thing, though. It's like I was kind of like starting to phase it out because there's some local people selling that shit for like free. Basically.
Was that guy just trolling you that one time
Which one?
when he was posting those prices? Yeah, which one? He was posting like the prices he'd sell it for, but he didn't actually have it or something like that. He was like using your pictures.
Oh no, he sold. He sold
Oh,
batteries.
really? Oh,
Dude,
damn.
people will buy anything that
Yeah,
is cheap. Anything. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Uh-huh.
How do you
So-
think
Yeah,
some of
people are
these
savages.
other morons selling
now-
lithium?
And that was the thing, though. It was like these guys have been running it down, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm still keeping my prices. I don't care because my time is worth money because it takes time to do all that shit.
Ugh.
So it takes a lot of time, actually.
Yeah.
So I ended up. I was going to be done after like the cells I had, but then this guy, the big order that you just seen that I posted, that guy literally bought all my cells that I had. That was all I had left, besides
you
some loose cells here and there. But like he literally bought all the packs I had left. So I ended up buying some more back just for when people want to buy some more. But it's like I want to do it, and I'm still gonna like warrant people if they have issues and all that stuff. But it's like I as you see it when I post, I don't post nothing about my shit. I don't post Beachium. I don't. People like, what batteries do I want? What batteries do you want? I don't post, hey, you should buy mine. Blah blah blah. I don't care about that. I'm not doing it for that reason. I started just trying to help local friends out. That was the whole point. Like
And wound up driving Lambos.
Yeah, now like I'm selling everywhere. Like I shipped 100 cells to Italy. That was hell. That's a whole nother story. Trying to ship cells to Italy.
How did
What
you have
the
to learn? How did
shit?
you have to learn that? Like you just have to Google it.
No,
How-
no,
Hey, you
like
figured the shit out, man.
yeah, no, like I
Faye's gotta
paid
pee.
Andrew McShane here locally. He goes to Purdue University. I paid for him to get certified to ship lithium and all that stuff, and so he pretty much knew everything he needed to do it. So we ended up packing it. We ended up packing a skid first with a bunch of cells. Well, they nixed that
Because the pallet was wrong or something I've seen? The pallet had the wrong
it
M
was
on
like
it?
it was stickers and all kinds of shit. We had stickers, but it didn't have the right numbers on it, and blah 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 blah. So it's like, okay, so I spent $135 to ship a pallet from here to the airport for nothing. So I had to have Kyle Everly and him go pick it up. So and that cost me $135 for nothing. Nothing.
There you go.
It went nowhere. So it was a waste of money. I just went.
That's
money.
not a waste of money. It's education. $135 worth.
Yeah, I learned it. Yeah. I learned it fast. That was quick edge. But so we got that back, and then the thing was his account that he set up was only small package
That's
shipping.
what she said.
Yeah, right. So he could only do like a one-time deal of like 250 pounds. Well, that pallet was like 400 pounds, so that would never been able to ship anyways. So we ended up doing the normal box that we ship our 90 amp hours in. So, and I was able to fit 100 cells in there, which is, I don't know, a lot. But we ended up packing 100 cells in there. We labeled it. We got the new stickers they told us we needed. So we did that. Then we did all the paperwork. We shipped it. Well, it got to Indy. It cleared customs. It got to Kentucky. It got to Louisville. And then it said it went to Pennsylvania. And then all of a sudden, it was still in Louisville. Yeah, dude. Trust me. How do you think I felt? How do you think I felt?
How much?
Dude,
how much spaghetti sauce did they trade y'all for those seals?
For real. I know, because I know he didn't give you money.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like,
Yeah,
it was
He
like
gave you mozzarella.
oh, that's how he got his Lambo. That's how he
You
got
got-
his Lambo.
There it is.
You guys know exactly what I got for
Yeah.
that. little bitty SPL toy. It's fun.
Oh, is that what you traded?
Oh, that's right.
See, I didn't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate you. I hate you. All right. On that note, we can't spill his secrets. We can't spill his secrets.
All right,
Hank, sign us out.
Phage
Come
running
up
low.
with like a sign off catchphrase right now, off the top of your head.
I'm Hank. F you.
And you suck. All right. Good job.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Later, guys.
Later. Yeah, that was fun.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We dude, are we off?
No. Oh, you want to be off? Sorry.
No,
All right.
I was gonna talk
Oh.
some shit about some people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're off. Wait, later.
All right, later.